Hey guys, Bart from TST Industries here. Welcome to another product showcase video. In this episode, we have a brand new GSX-8R with me in the shop here. I have a whole big grouping of parts in front of me, and you might be wondering how on earth did we come up with this many parts in January 2024 when this bike just dropped? Well, we had an upside. We were able to secure last June a GSX-8S, and then also I traveled to EICMA in Milan, Italy, and got the new bike, the R version, surveyed. So we were able to determine which parts from the R will fit the new bike, and then also make some changes to the parts so that by the time the bike comes out, we have these parts ready to go for you. Let's go through all of the parts that we currently have, and then I'll tell you about some of the parts that are coming in the near future. Let's start with ergonomics. We have a very nice set of tech spec tank grips. These parts adhere to your tank. There is also an optional center tank grip that goes up top. I personally don't like it. I just like the side ones. They enable me to brake harder into corners and stay connected to the bike in turns. Very nice product. We always have them in stock. Check us out. As you may have seen in one of our GSX-8S videos, we took the bike to the track and we determined that the ride height and the ground clearance is not enough for spirited riding or track riding, and this bike actually has the same ride height and the same rear sets. Everything about it is the same in that regard. So we have made these risers. The riser plates go in between the frame and the rear set, and they give you the ability to move up and back. We have several different options for the placement, so you'll be able to cater to your needs. In the future, we'll be offering full racing rear sets that are adjustable, and they're beefier than what's on the bike. And in the event you go down, they do have replaceable parts, but for now, this is what we're gonna be offering. They come in a set of 2, all the hardware is included. And as always, we have the video supporting your installation in your garage. Another point where I feel most OEM systems fall short are the levers. The levers never really fit my style of riding, my hands. I do have giant mitts, so I do like a longer, farther distance from the bar on my levers. We do offer these Evos levers from Omit Tech. These are very nicely executed, CNC machined, anodized, black anodized aluminum. We do offer different color adjusters for those of you that want to customize your setup, but the fulcrum and the main body of the lever come in black. Moving on from the ergonomics, let's quickly talk about crash protection. We do offer a full crash protection suite for the S model at the moment. This model just dropped and we do not have the frame slider component finalized just yet. We know that we need to change the bracketry just a little bit, but just to give you a sneak peek, this is what it's gonna look like. It's gonna have a dual mounting system made of black anodized aluminum, CNC machined, and we'll have a consumable puck that's executed in Delrin. You'll be able to buy spares in case you go down and destroy that part. It'll just cost you a couple bucks to replace that. We do offer a Omit Tech fork slider. Very nice part, ties through the axle. I've actually crash tested these many times, and they really do help limit the damage to the rotors, wheel lip, bottom of the fork, and move the point of impact and abrasion away from the center plane of the bike. So when used in conjunction with all the other crash protection components, they actually do help quite a bit in mitigating the crash damage. Back here, we have our bar ends. These are Omit Tech made. They have an anodized ring coupled with a Delrin end cap. Delrin end cap is meant to take up some of the crash energy when the bike goes down, not propagating all of that energy up the line to the more vital components. And we do have several different colors of anodized rings that you can couple this up with to best suit the color scheme on the bike. Right here I have the red ones, but we do have silver, black, gold, blue, several different colors. Moving on backwards, we do have the pump area here, the water pump. It is very vulnerable. It sticks out very far from the center plane of the bike, and if left untreated, when the bike goes down, this is the first point of contact here. I've seen several crash damage photos that show, and that is the part that gets grinded through, and water may come out, or you may actually crack the whole thing. And it's really crummy when you crash. You sustain a small crash and then your bike's unrideable. We do prefer to have the bike be able to be picked up and ridden home for the repair. So for that purpose, we've devised this very nice water pump cover that you see. We've made this off of the S model. It actually does fit this model really well. It does add style to the whole vehicle. I do think it's a great piece, and it's not very expensive. It's much less expensive than the crash damage that it will prevent. Now moving on back again, we do have this area here on the swing arm. What we have mounted on the bike are aluminum spools. They do not mitigate crash damage too much, but they do stick out and move the point of impact and abrasion away from the swing arm. They may protect your rear axle nut, and the surface of the swing arm. If you do want a little bit more energy absorbing material in that area, we do offer the Delrin ones. These components are also made by Womatech. We do love their parts. We do crash test them often, and I've determined that they really do work. I'm going to move on to cosmetics now. Up front in the signal area, you may have noticed we've changed the OEM signals to our mech line front LED signals. They do offer a very nice shape that complements the shape of this bike and the body lines and the design language. It does have a running light and also signal light. We offer these as part of our very extensive signal line. Here you see the Quadrix signal. We also have several different models that are either standard light or sequential. So best way to see all of our offerings is obviously tstindustries.com. You can check them out there, read about them, and then make your selection and your purchase. Now, anytime you remove OEM signals and replace them with aftermarket signals, you may experience hyperflash, no flash, signals stuck on. One of those symptoms will be probably present on your bike. On this particular bike, I've changed the front and rear signals to our signaling equipment, and I've noticed that it blinked once and then nothing. So what do? You install one of these bad boys in there. It's located under the tank. We do have a video showing how to install it. This is an LED flasher relay. It's a plug and play replacement. You can also strip off the gray cover like we show in our installation video and adjust the flash rate to your liking. If you just leave it the way it is, it's 85 cycles per minute, just like the OEM rate, no matter what kind of equipment you use. Any mix of equipment for the signaling lamps will be possible to make blink at the right rate with this. All right, let's move on backwards. Here you see our low mount fender eliminator. We don't have that on the market just yet. We are awaiting the release of our integrated taillight. For now, what we have is our closeout set along with a fender eliminator that mounts under here. So one of these components with all the mounting hardware will attach to the undertail, and this attaches here, and that will give you the mounting space for your license plate light, and then also your lamps. On this particular bike, all of the lighting equipment comes off when you remove the fender. That means your license plate light, your signaling equipment, and your tail light are gone. These Quadrix D lamps have the running light, brake light, and signals on board. They are plug and play. They come with everything that you need to just plug in. No splicing, no wiring, just very simple. We do have an installation video supporting your installation at home, so check that out, YouTube or our website, tstindustries.com, will get you going, beginning to end, no sweat. All right, here we have a brake light modulator. This is a plug and play unit that will take standard brake action, standard brake light action, and introduce a strobe effect or several different effects that you can choose from and also vary the rate of. We do have an installation video and a demonstration video. You can check that out, but generally you can use this on the Quadrix D or the stock setup or several aftermarket components that may be compatible with it. We do not currently have a list of what's compatible, so we recommend running this with stock or our equipment. What you see on the bike right now is an integrated taillight that has been designed here at TST Industries. We are still in the development phase now at in the middle of January 2024. We are projecting that this will be available sometime this summer. There's no way of knowing exactly what obstacles we're gonna face still in the development phase and also the manufacturing phase. So our website, tstindustries.com, does have a product page prominently placed at the top of the fold of the parts package for this bike and also the 8S. Any news that we have about the development and where we are in that process is posted there. Our guys on the phone, our customer service guys do not know any more than that. I'm really the only one that has any knowledge of where we are, but it's also not guaranteed that we could hit a certain timeline. So we don't set timelines just yet. Please be patient, sign up for the notifications. As soon as we have some kind of news to tell you, we will hit you up with an email and you'll know what we know. All right, we wrapped up cosmetics. Now we're to the meat. These in front of me here are some works components that we've worked out for this bike. We have AIS block-offs, we have intake stacks, we do have an airbox lid, a flashed ECU. All of these components work really well together along with that nice Acura exhaust that's behind the bike. We have fine-tuned all of the programming in the works tune to work across the entire package here. The actual performance gains are listed in each individual product's page on our website, tstindustries.com. This is for the purpose of having the most up-to-date information available to you. That's why we don't put them in these videos that are published one time and on the internet forever. Be sure to reference our installation videos on our YouTube channel or tstindustries.com. And that will be it for this video. I want to thank you for watching. I'm going to sign off, but I'm going to ask you to drop me a comment. I love hearing from you guys. So let me know how we did here, how we're doing with our videos and all of our stuff. Besides that, peace, man. See you later.